Jacob Fowler, take a bow. Because the Montreal Canadiens have just defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2 in Pittsburgh in what was the beginning of a new era of Habs goaltending. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Fowler went out there and stole the show, getting himself 33 saves on 35 shots against, 2 goals against, a whole bunch of wonderful saves, and even a crazy street hockey save from Lane Hutson too. By the way, that man had 4 blocks on the night, with one of the most incredible blocks of the year in the latter half of that third period. Montreal walks out of Pittsburgh with the victory, and Jacob Fowler is undefeated in his NHL career thus far. What a game it was for this guy. And I think the guys on the Habs broadcast said it best. An incredible goaltending performance that arguably won Montreal the game. When was the last time that we were able to utter those words? That goaltending helped the Canadiens stay on top. And it's not for a lack of chances either. The Pittsburgh Penguins had cross creases and open opportunities. The Canadiens weren't playing the best defensively. Like, they were kind of stepping up at some points, but the goals that Fowler let in, I mean, big screens in front and defensive breakdowns, it's like, whatever, you know, it's 2 goals that he let in his first NHL game. Montreal scored 4, so obviously they get the win. And we can talk about the goals later on in the video. I just wanted to shed some light on the Fowler story and the situation here to open up his NHL career, what is hopefully going to be a long, lustrous NHL career. Because while it is true that this game sets up all the positivity and optimism for the future, we gotta say it's one game, right? I mean, Caden Primo made his debut with the Montreal Canadiens and got off to a super hot start in his NHL career, so we're not going to sit back here and guarantee anything. But I think it is fair to say that, stylistically, this guy is a super calm presence to watch in between the pipes. He kind of plays like Carey Price, and I know that's going to be the easy comparison to make because Carey Price also made his NHL debut as a rookie against Pittsburgh. That was a pretty nice fact in trivia history for the Canadiens, but Montreal, with Jacob Fowler in the crease, was able to get bailed out in a way that I don't think they could have gotten bailed out if Montembeault or Dobesch started this game. Like, confidence in those other 2 guys is at an all-time low right now. Even though Jakub Dobesch had the pretty good start to the season and to his career last year, Fowler is just the best new thing, and if you hadn't picked him up in fantasy hockey yet, I'd highly recommend that you do. I'm personally reaping the rewards on that one. He's pretty good. But let's dive into the game itself and talk about just some of the other milestones that were posted out there in this contest, because the first goal of the night was scored by none other than Alexandre Texier. That same Texier that was brought over to Montreal and who was going through some sort of a transformative period in his career. He finally gets his first goal of the year and first goal as a member of the Habs on a brutal turnover at the hands of the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's Chris Letang trying to break the puck out, but he does not get a lot on the breakout pass, and coming up from behind him is Alexandre Texier, who swoops in, steals the puck, spins around, and then comes towards the goal, rips it top shelf on Tristan Jarry, and opens up the scoring. 1-0 Montreal just 3 minutes into the first period. Feels good for Alexandre Texier to finally get the monkey off of his back and to put himself back in the points column, scoring his first goal in however long it's been. Second period comes along, and this is where we see Montreal making it 2-0. It's Brendan Gallagher, assisted by Lane Hutson and Juraj Slafkovsky. Big stop at one end. Slafkovsky brings the puck up down the middle. He throws it over to the right side to Hudson, who then stops up, enters the zone, throws it left side to Gallagher, who takes it. He waits, he shoots, and he scores. Another delicious rip. Top shelf on Tristan Jarry, the man himself. This one goes blocker side. Hudson with the poise to make the play across, and Gallagher takes his time. He winds and fires. Making it 3-0 just 6 minutes later is none other than Cole Caufield on the power play. This one was assisted by Nick Suzuki and Lane Hudson, and it was a pretty beautiful play. Suzuki goes over to Hudson, he goes back over to Suzuki, Suzuki then goes back to Hudson, then he goes back to Suzuki again. Suzuki then goes over to Cole Caufield, who is at the goal line, and you can kind of see the Penguins anticipate that Caufield makes that bumper play. Erik Karlsson has his stick in the bumper passing lane, and I think Jarry was kind of waiting for that pass out in front to Bolduc as well. But instead of sending it back out to the guy in front, Cole Caufield just sweeps the puck towards the goal from the goal line, and it deflects in off of the inside of Jarry's left skate, and that's a goal. That's a really sneaky, sleek, sly goal by Cole Caufield. Good enough for his 17th on the season, assisted by Nick Suzuki and Hudson, as we had mentioned. So Hudson with 2 points in this contest so far, Caufield with the power play goal. 44 seconds into the third period, you see Jacob Fowler let in his first goal on the 22nd shot that he had faced at the hands of the Penguins. This is not that bad. I mean, it's a really nice play by Pittsburgh, centering feed out there by Tommy Novak onto the stick of Crosby, who takes it and then delays just for a split second before backhand passing it to Bryan Rust. It's a really nice goal, and it's going to be hard for any goaltender to stop that one. Rust gets his 9th of the season, assisted by Crosby and Novak. It just beats Jacob Fowler, and it's a 3-1 hockey game. But not for long. Because just 15 seconds after the Penguins got their first, you have a breakout. Slafkovsky goes over cross crease. Oliver Kapanen has a backdoor tap in. It's Cappy from Slafkovsky and Demidov. It is a 4-1 game for Montreal. And add on Erik Karlsson's power play marker at the end of the third period. This was just a long shot. I mean, it beat everybody. Lots of traffic in front. You can't really blame the goalie on that one. Plus, it was on the power play. So Montreal's got to find a way to either get in front of that one or clear it out. But Fowler lets in 2 goals on 37 total shots against at the hands of the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's a 4-2 win for Montreal, and Fowler is looking like a brick wall. What a game to open up his NHL career. I can't believe that it was that good. I mean, if this guy is able to continue providing that caliber of goaltending throughout the rest of the season, either in the NHL or the AHL, it's going to be putting the Canadiens in such a good spot heading into the next little while here. So with that in mind, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Montreal versus Pittsburgh. Jacob Fowler gets his first NHL win in his first NHL start. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.